is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Methos.
And I am Freak.
And welcome to this battle report-ish kind of thing.
I guess? We doing something?
So guys, we're just two bros having a game. It's our second game of 9th edition. It's my second game ever fielding Orks. I got absolutely annihilated the first time.
It wasn't that bad.
And we're going to try it out again to see how it goes. We're adjusting to 9th. So we're going to play 500 points. This time we're actually incorporating secondaries, which is something we didn't do before. And yeah, we're just trying to pick up the game and me pick up Orks as we go. If you guys are looking for a professional battle report,
you're in the wrong place.
You're in the wrong place. But if you are here to see a couple of bros have a good time on the tabletop,
probably even get salty. This might happen.
Then that is the right
So
place.
if you have a sodium problem, this again might not be the.
So, Freak, what are you bringing today?
So I am bringing a lot of yellow. Of course you would ask me, and I don't have my list on me, but let me try it at the top of my head. So I'm bringing my lieutenant. I believe I am taking him as my warlord. He's going to have the Indominus warlord trait. I'm also
with the relic bolt rifle.
With the relic bolt rifle, yeah. So it's going to be really good. A lot of shoe sting power there. I'm also taking my intercessor squad, and all with bolt rifles as well. I'm also taking
You're leveling them up to be veterans too.
Veterans as well. Spent the 3 CPs or the 1 CP point for that. Ooh, that would be really expensive. Then I'm also taking my Predator, all last cannons. We're going to try that again. And finally, my Aggressor Squad, of course, once again, the Bolt Storm Gauntlets and the Frag Storm Grenade Launchers.
Those babies wiped out 16 Ork boys in one turn last go around.
I'm hoping they can hold off because you're bringing a pretty competitive, little more competitive list this time than you did last time.
I don't know how competitive, but hopefully this will pack.
Well, competitive to what I'm bringing.
We'll see.
So, what you got, my man?
For myself, I'm bringing just a bare minimum 10 Ork boys. And I'm playing them as Evil Sons today. Tip from Darren from Twisted Dice is what I'm trying. So that way they can.
He's trying to get me killed.
Hopefully I can make that charge a little more reliably, because missing charges is what got me killed big time last time. I'm also bringing 10 commandos, and the idea is that I'm going to put the 10 boys in a truck and have them move up the board turn 1, turn 2. They'll be able to get out and charge, and the commandos will show up with their sneaking and be able to charge on second turn, and hopefully second turn I can get in and crump some heads. Helping protect the truck, I've got a big mech with custom force field, and I'm hoping that'll help me, add a little survivability. And then finally, I'm bringing my war boss or war lady, my gift from Lady Dragon over at the Gamecraft Dragon, and she's bringing a boss squig. She's going to be using a stratagem, the biggest boss, to give her an extra attack, extra wound, and an invulnerable save. And on top of that, I'm giving her the Killer Claw, and I'll be giving her an attack squig as well. So I'm pretty excited.
You ought to see these guys. He did a great job painting them. They look amazing, and that freaking the truck.
I've never been more proud to paint up a rusty, piece of crap before. It looks like a pile of junk, but in a great way.
Yeah, it looks really good. So pretty excited, man. It's 500 points again. We're doing regular patrol detachment, right?
Yeah, just a patrol detachment. We're gonna try and hold some objectives. We'll talk as we go into turn 1. We'll talk about what secondaries we're picking, and we're just gonna get right into it, guys. We'll see you on the battlefield. All right, guys. You can see the setup of the board. So basically, I've got a bunch of stuff sneaking around with commandos. I got the rest of my troops and warlord loaded. My troops and characters loaded up in the truck. And I've got the Defcopters, which I forgot to mention when I was telling you about my army list, on the table next to the truck. I'm actually not running them with the rockets on there, so I'm not WYSIWYG there. I didn't have the points for them, so they are running the big shoot options right now. My secondaries I've chosen, I'm going to be bringing Assassinate, Attrition, and Slay the Warlord. And
I am taking First Strike. I am taking Attrition. And what's the other one? Assassinate. No.
Yeah, Assassinate.
Yeah, Assassinate.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
And you've got like a classic kind of castle going around. All the guns loaded up around the warlord. That's a little worrisome.
Yeah, you can kind of see it in the, in the picture there in the image. video, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you can see it right there. I've got them all ganged up. So we'll see how that actually works out.
All right, well, we'll see you guys at the bottom of turn 1. Alright guys, so as you can see on our other camera, top of turn 1 was actually just really reserved for me. I moved the truck up, I advanced, I used my Evil Sun's ability to get that extra inch, which puts me right on the objective, and that truck is parked there on the objective for now. Hopefully turn 2 I can get in and do some damage, although I am dangerously close, but you know, that actually might help me more than it hurts me at this point. I did also move up one of my Death Copters to get just behind this set of crates, hoping to get some extra, you know, just hide it, and hopefully it can claim some objectives later in the game. And that's it. No shooting because I advanced the truck. Death Copter's just hanging back, holding on to objectives.
Don't like that guy.
And I'm really just hoping for a big punch turn 2. So this was just a setup phase. Now let's see what that setup costs me as I go under the firepower of Imperial Fists turn 1.
I didn't expect it at all. So check this out, right? So you can see down here on the other camera, I wanted to make sure I got my intercessors away from you know, from line of sight. So I got them in behind a little cover, but I also moved my predator a little further out so I can get a better shot of the truck. All right. First try I did, I put all my last cannons into the truck. Didn't do a whole lot. Did a little bit of damage, not as much as I really wanted to. So I shot everything at the truck. I unloaded everything I had at the truck, and I whittled it down. I think what was the right before we actually started doing some serious
Before combat, you got it down to 4 wounds.
About 4 wounds. So finally, that was all the deck I could muster. So finally, I decided I wanted to move my aggressors right up, and they got in right within 9 inches. That's when the gauntlets started doing their job. Started just punching the living crap out of this truck.
9 points overkill. He beat the crap out of it.
Beat the living snot out of the truck.
It killed 4 boys on the way out and 2 more to morale.
Yeah, so my concern now is what you guys are seeing on the table. These guys here, these are going to be an issue because I just hit a hornet's nest. So we're gonna find out, see if that's going to be a problem or not. Because first of all, that war boss is not going to take it lightly. So not going to take it sitting down, laying down, even though she's hot. Just saying. By the way, the squiggle's cool. That's all I have in the first round. I did score 1 for first strike, or it's 3 or 5 victory points at the end of. Well, I think it's got to be Jorvin at the end of the whole round, isn't it?
Yeah, we total up them at the end.
At the end of it. Anyway, still, that would be 5 victory points, right, for first strike against the truck, and we'll see if I made a huge mistake here.
All right.
Turn
2.
Holy crap.
Alright guys, so here we are. Now, Freak mentioned that he managed to kill the truck in combat at the end of his last round, but that means he wasn't able to kill what was inside, and not being able to kill it in the shooting phase is actually a big deal. So he killed the truck, but that left my troops sitting right on the objectives. So, because they're a troop choice, I managed to claim that objective. So that's 1 and 2 objectives, that's 10 points. Plus I have more than his 1 objective, so that puts me up to 15 points for the top of turn 2, which is pretty good. And so far I've managed to green tide here, spending 3 command points because I was down to just 4 boys, and the squad full of boys came to the edge of the table, full strength, and managed to make a 10-inch charge with Here We Go into the aggressors. Between the war boss and the boys, we managed to take out 2 aggressors and take the last one down to just 1 wound. So pretty stoked about that. The commandos also made a 10-inch charge and got tied up the Predator. Now they did pretty well actually. They took 12, or out of 12 wounds, they took 6 down. But the biggest advantage there is that Predator is not going to be able to shoot those las cannons at anything other than infantry this next turn. So, I mean, that seems like a waste of a las cannon to melt just a couple of infantry sitting on it.
Good try.
So, good shutdown. So, I think that's going to help me, since I'm tying up these las cannons, I think it's going to help me continue to claim objectives here across the board. So, we'll see how that goes for me. But so far, I think this has been a big turnaround for my last game with Orks. It looks pretty strong here. Now, some things that happened, it wasn't all skill. I'm going to be honest with you about that. Freak's aggressors whiffed Overwatch.
Yep.
Hardcore. They killed, I think, one
guy.
Yep. Out of all those double shooting with frags, double shooting with Boltstorm.
Yep.
Killed one boy. Yep. So he completely whiffed. And then he only managed to do 2 damage to the war boss.
Which is my typical way of rolling my dice for Overwatch.
Yeah. And then on top of that, he went in with, he paid 2 command points to interrupt.
Yep.
Swung those big sergeant aggressor fists at my wall boss. And paying for the biggest boss and getting the invul save, huge. I made 2 invul saves. So paying 2 command points, he only got 2 points of damage off of my warlord. So I think that was a very expensive spend for him command point wise, and I don't think he got a lot out of it in return. So I think Orks are sitting in a pretty good position as we go into the bottom of Imperial Fist turn 2.
All right, this is the Freak that I remember. Okay, rolling freaks, baby. It's exactly what I do. All right, so check this out. I was able to get my aggressor as far away from this hot freaking mess, just enough to give enough room for my intercessors to unload all this firepower to do absolutely nothing. Not a freaking thing. Got 1 guy I killed. That's it. 1. What? All this? Pew, 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 pew. To 1. Just 1. And I'm thinking, okay, now I'm familiar with this. I know this. I can relate to this. Okay? So.
And then your relic, rifle.
My relic rifle, right? 4 freaking shots, right? Into 2D damage a piece. And I'm thinking, surely I can get this. I hit all. Matter of fact, I actually re-rolled or got all 4 hits. How many do you think I wounded? That you guys guess. If you know the freak, you're absolutely right. Not a damn thing. I didn't get squat. So, next shot. Predator down here, Predator Homer sitting there. Hey, I think I can go and shoot some last cans. And guess what? They did. 4 shots of last cannon, goodness, in the damn face. Killed 4 guys, but guess what? Unfortunately, because Brother Methos wrapped that guy out like a Christmas present.
I realized that I had 3 guys wrapped around the tank and that they were out of coherency, so they died too, including the boss knob.
So, ladies and gentlemen...
So they would have died at the end of my last turn.
That wasn't even a freak move. That was a Methos... Oh, I wasn't really paying attention about that. Freak didn't do that. Okay? That had nothing to do with freak.
It's new coherency rules, baby.
New coherency rule. So, the lack of boom boom, that's all freak. So anyway, so yeah, there you go, guys. So it looks like Methos is really this green tide crap. Yeah, that's happening. It's a fun game so far. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a total game changer, especially since I freaking whiffed that damn Overwatch. I cannot believe it. I did nothing on that Overwatch, dude, and I'm like, my guys over there shooting, hey, we got this, and intercessors didn't do, got nothing. You guys got nothing. You guys are fired. Every one of them. The freaking Emperor spits on your asses. So screw those guys. Anyway, there you go. Yep, freak, whiffed. So far, it's still 15-5. Okay, you won't. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. No. 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 I can't even right now.
So I put my pistol shots into his aggressor. Finally got 1 wound with a pistol. He rolls a 1 to save. I said, you sure you want to spend your command point on that? I said, I'm going to charge him with my boys anyways. He said, you know what? Just because. Just because.
And what did I say? What did I tell you?
He said, you watch this. No, go ahead.
I said this. Methos, watch this.
He said, what do you think I'm going to roll? I said, don't worry, bro. This is the one.
And guess what I roll? A 1.
I didn't
freaking
I didn't mean
1.
I didn't mean it was going to be the 1. I wasn't trying to give him a number.
I'm trying to find something to throw at him. A 1. Nah, you think I'd roll a 2, 3, a 6 would be pretty badass. Nah, Homer says 1. Okay. 1. I rolled the 1, y'all. Methos said I rolled the 1. I rolled the freaking 1. Ah, there you go. Roll the freak, baby. Okay, I got a feeling that the dice gods heard me. They heard me, Methos. I think they heard me. So, Warboss says, I'm going to shoot all this crap into your tank. Okay?
5 hits from the Killer Claw.
5 hits from the Killer Claw. I had to roll 2. God. 2 wounds. That's what I roll. Okay. Dice gods, you're confusing me right now because I don't know whether you like me or you hate me or you're just fucking with me. Just saying. So, just don't swing one way or another. Just tell me either you hate me or you love me. Thank you, Dice God. Amen.
Alright guys, so this is kind of a weird turn.
I'm confused.
It's kind of a weird turn for the Orks. So I scored a lot of points. I've got 30 points now because I controlled 3 objectives and more than my opponent. So I've got 30 points now. I charged my war boss in, and I did no damage with the war boss against the tank, which was very awkward. And then the tank turned around and swung back and dealt a couple points of damage to my war boss. So she's down to 3 wounds, and I'm about to get shot by las cannons into combat on his next turn. And I'm just out of reach of my mech, big mech to get the
shield.
The shield, but she's already got a 4 pinball.
Sure.
But yeah, it's just a little bit of a weird place, and she might get las cannon off the table in a minute. So he might be scoring assassinate.
Unless I freak.
Unless he freaks. So we'll see how that goes. But I think point swap, even if he just kills my my war boss over here, he's still got a lot of bodies to go through for the boys. I think I'm at a pretty good place with board control right now, and with points, it's looking pretty good for the Orks in turn 3. So we'll see how that, his bottom in turn 3. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay guys, turn 3. Yeah, I did a little better this time. Didn't do as bad with the whiffing. So I was able to, my Predator was able to take out the War Boss. I don't know how, I guess when the last cans finally went through, War Boss just said, okay, I'm just tired. And
3 las cannons
done
to the face.
with life, yeah, and so she probably just checked out.
And the Stormbolter into the Commandos.
Stormbolter into the Commandos, right, I was able to get 2? No, 1.
Yeah, 2 more.
2 more. Okay. Again, man, I don't know what's going on with my my intercessors, and well, actually, my intercessors did okay. My lieutenant didn't do squat. Lieutenant didn't do jack. So you guys can see right now we're still
another 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah, which it's not bad, but guys, we're talking about Orks here, and they still got these choppers, hovering around, and we still got this homer over here. So yeah, I mean, got a ways to go. So we'll see. I don't know. We're down to 5 now on the Predator. So
those Commandos just plinking away at it.
Commandos just, yeah, they're just, they're hitting it with little axes. Ding, 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 ding. Like they think they're on mine or something. Yeah. We're gonna get candy out of this. Yeah. So, all right, guys.
So I didn't do great this round, but I have secured the board to where he's only got 2 turns left to score, and I think I'm in an okay place for that, because he's definitely going to have to make some movement to be able to take more objectives than I have. He can definitely kill more right now at this point. I mean, the death is coming for sure, but him getting onto objectives in time to score points, he's going to have to move this next turn. That means no scoring for turn 4 except for the one he's already got. And turn 5 is when he can start scoring, and I think he might be too far behind by that point to catch up. It's going to come down to the wire, and I actually might get tabled here, but we'll see as we go into the bottom of turn 4.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm a little tired, a little sleepy, but we're still plugging away. All right, so we actually, like Methos says, we pretty much cleaned up. So you can see what I wanted to do is I want to keep my lieutenant sitting on that objective, and I wanted to move my intercessors up. I'm going to go after that big mech that was here. You notice he's not there anymore. Intercessors pretty much smoked him, got rid of him. So we were going to do that. And lastly, a couple more last cannons to the face, got rid of the commandos, and we are free. So now we're going to try to make a beeline to the last, well, to what the closest objective we can find. But the thing is, I mean, we're basically right on the heels of 5, and so...
So you would actually be scoring at the top of 5. So actually,
Yeah.
they may not even be able to score.
Yeah, exactly. So that just kind of shows you. So we're just
closing up shop.
just closing up. Yeah. So, but anyway, it's a fun game. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna go right into top of turn 5 with Methos. See what he does.
So I started off holding 2 objectives and War the Freak, so I'm up to 60 victory points now. So I decided to just be orky about it and charge in, and the Death Copter did 12 shots from the big shooters, and an attack round, 0 damage. I didn't even kill the 1 wounded intercessor. So 0 damage, but you know what? If I didn't charge in at the last minute, it wouldn't feel orky enough. So I'm comfortable with the number of victory points I have. I don't even know, do I lose if he tables me? It's probably, or do I just end on higher points? I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments below.
I think it's the points, dude.
I think it doesn't matter at this point. We both had an awesome time, and he's about to kill off this last model I have on his with his last cannons and a boatload of DACA. Going into the final round, bottom of turn 5. Alright guys, so even though I was sitting on a lot of objectives throughout, once we counted up secondaries, it was a way closer game than we actually thought at first. So it was 60 to 55 at the end, victory for Orks. So very, very close. And he tabled me. However, part of that at the end was, we're like, hey, it's the end of the game, let's do a big hoorah. Because I originally put my Death Copters behind some terrain, and I could just hit the last round.
Yeah.
But we said, you know what, whatever. So it was
definitely thematic.
Yeah, it was. We decided to just have, it's just been a good time. So it was extremely close. Freak, how do you feel about the game?
It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a more competitive, more challenging list that you brought.
Yeah, and you were looking like you were feeling ready to give up halfway through. But
yeah.
Then at the end, you just cleaned up shop.
You know what? The intercessors finally woke their asses up and decided they were going to actually do something for the Emperor right before I threatened to fire them, and they apparently just turned it around. It was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, they kicked out a lot of damage.
They did. Man, you know what? I'm really surprised that my aggressors didn't do as well this game.
It's because they messed up that Overwatch.
They did. They
and that was their chance to really get their shooting in.
Yeah, I mean they had a lot. The thing is,
they punched the truck to death.
They punched the living crap out of that was their fame and glory. That was it. But yeah.
Guys, my first Orc victory. Whoa! Guys, I'm pretty stoked, and I think this list of having the truck and the commandos get up right away and starting turn 2, pile everything out at once and present a threat on multiple fronts, that gave them something to react to, and then it let my Copters just farm victory points for a while. I think that was a pretty good strategy, but I really think if he had an Overwatch phase like
last game.
His last game, I think it might have ended the same way. So, really, I had a better strategy. I had better luck with Overwatch. I made my charges and didn't fail charges, and it was still just a 5-point gap. So, I mean, if I had worse dice rolls or he had better dice rolls, it really could have just been a massive Imperial Fist victory again. So I think definitely Orks take a little more a little more work, a little more getting used to for me. But I had a great game, and I really
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, dude, a great game.
Absolutely,
definitely.
Congrats.
All right, guys. If you guys enjoyed watching a couple of doofuses duke it out on a tabletop, in the most unprofessional battle or whatever,
Yep.
Please make sure that you grab up an ox and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Drop us some comments down below. Feel free to be part of any of these ridiculous conversations. Another thing you guys should probably let me know how I did horribly on was I messed up the new coherency rules and immediately lost my commando boss knob and a couple of dudes, and I think that kind of screwed me over with the tank there. So let me know if the new coherency rules have screwed you at any point, because that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I mean it just snuck up on him. It's like, oh crap.
If you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, then this guy, we'd love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys, stay frosty.